to this day, I still play my own version of the Black Fly song on my guitar, where I just keep going Black Flies, then I go to Black Bears, and then Big Moose, Little Otters. I just never really get into the heart of the song, just the Black Fly part. Always picking my bones in North Ontario. Anyways, here's my final story, and it's a doozy. Okay, so back in 2008, 2009, there was a foreign exchange student in our high school. It must have been 2008. And Leon, I'll send him this, see if he remembers. But he asked, I don't know if I was the first one he asked, but he asked a bunch of people if they wanted to go back to China with him, because he was going back to see his grandparents and get a bunch of stuff, because he was moving to Ontario for, I guess, the rest of his life at this point. I'll have to catch up with him. So my mom always said, like, if opportunities come up, just say yes. Like, just do it. Just say yes. So I took the opportunity and I joined him to go to China. And I think this would be pretty close to the first time I've ever left the country. So doing a 14-hour flight, I think, to Hong Kong, go through Hong Kong airport, which is massive, and you can see Disney World in Hong Kong across the way from the airport. There was a subway to get from place to place in the airport. It was crazy. Like, this is like eye-opening for me, from living in a town of like 75 and then going to a high school of like maybe 300, 400 kids. So going through customs, finding my bus, which is a really cool experience, actually. One of the buses had beds on it instead of seats, so you could just sleep the 8-hour bus ride to we ended up going to Nanning, China, I think it was, lower southeast of China, I believe. Like I said, closer to Hong Kong, but still quite a ways in. So we got there, introduced me to his grandpa. I think they were playing Mahjong the entire time there, just going ham on that game. And I don't know if he was trying to like be cool or what, but we went out drinking like on one of the weekends to like these party bars. So we get up, going to this party bar, and there's stripper poles everywhere, and they're coming out in crazy clothing, like leatherwear or like theme stuff, so like pirates and all this, and they're doing it to English songs. All the songs that they're stripping to are English songs. So I was like, I go over to my friend, I'm like, hey Leon, you think it's okay if I go up on stage and dance? Like, I only asked him, and he was like, oh yeah, for sure, get up there. So I was like, okay, just go up there. I don't think the music was started yet. Get up there. And then they start playing music, and it's Mambo number 5, or Mamba number 5. Sorry, I always thought it was Mamba number 5. It starts playing, and I start dancing. And this video is on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe I'll link it in the description of me dancing to this song. And I'm taking clothes off. I'm flashing my like 19-year-old, 18-year-old body to the crowd, just having a great time, and swirling around, climbing the pole, and throwing my clothes around. And then I finally get off, and the manager comes over and he hands me his card. It's like, oh, you gotta come here tomorrow. And right as this was happening, like, the place got crowded. I guess they have runners that go to other bars and like tell people like shit's going down at this bar, and like this place got crowded. It was pumping. I got free Tiger beer for the rest of the night, and like this pirate ship made out of fruit came to our table for free. Women were coming up to Leon and making out with him. I remember he also got a crazy shot that was on fire and didn't blow it out before he went to shoot it, so he shoots like this firebomb and gets it all over his face. I don't know how he didn't burn himself like crazy. Anyways, after that we leave the bar, and we end up going to this karaoke hotel where you can get your own room for you and your friends to sing karaoke. There's only one song on there that I remember. It's like double. Oh, no, it wasn't that. It was some old timey song that was just crazy. And I probably tried to sing that one 3 or 4 times at that point. And then this big Chinese guy comes to the door. Like, I mean, obese. This is the first fat Asian guy I saw the entire time was in the country. And he's got 2 bean poles of women beside him. And I knew this guy was like, he had the pimp vibes, right? Like, so he's taking everyone's orders, and I've been drinking the entire time at this point. So I'm just like, okay, I want a Coca-Cola. So I go up to him, I was like, hey, can I get like a pitcher of Coke? That would be great. And he's like, just nods, yep, leaves, and comes back and hands me the pitcher of Coca-Cola. But he gives me a shot glass to drink out of, and I was like, wow, that's kind of weird. Whatever. So I'm pouring myself drinks in this shot glass because maybe somebody else wanted one. I didn't want to be drinking out of the only container. So I'm doing that 1, 2. I'm at like 7 or 8 2-ounce shots of Coca-Cola just to like catch my thirst because I've been going all night. And then the big Chinese guy, the pimp, grabs me and starts yelling at me in Mandarin. I have no comprehension at this point what Mandarin is, right? Like, I don't know what he's saying. And my friend Leon looks over to me and he's like, how many shots have you had, man? How many shots? I'm like, what do you mean how many shots? It's Coca-Cola. I have like, I don't know, 8, 9. And he's like, his eyes go wide. He's like, oh my God. He takes a shot glass away from me. He's just watching me the rest of the night. I'm like, well, that's weird, but fine. And then a house DJ comes in after, sets up, and he starts blasting music, and I'm up there, I'm dancing. It's like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. I'm still going, still dancing. The sun's coming up. I think we ended up going to a park. We ended up going to a park and climbing this mountain. I would have called it a mountain. It's a hill. Climbing this hill, going up to the top, and there's monks up there in a temple. We hang out with them. It's going out through the day, like, and I'm not feeling tired at all. So I don't know what was in that Coca-Cola or what happened there, but here's to that memory. And every time Mama Number 5 comes on